ODINGA, Masinde Muliro, Tamboya, Lawrence Oguda, Daniel Arap Moi, Ronald Ngala, Zau Muimi. Those were the people who were elected members. Eventually others joined and independence came on the 12th of December. Now when Kenya became independent, of course people were very, very expectant. Kenyans were some of the most optimistic people at that time because we attained independence. People thought that prosperity would come immediately with independence. But at that time they coined what you would call the Kenyan dream. The Kenyan dream as coined by the founding fathers of our nation. And you find it in our national anthem that says, God bless this land of ours. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Plenty be found within our borders. What does this mean? God bless this land of ours. Justice be our shield and defender. Justice can only be a shield and defender if there is democracy. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Unity means that people who are united, people where there is no form of discrimination, other than the basis of race, tribe, religion, or gender. Peace and peace and unity. Peace. Peace is not merely in the absence of war. Peace is not merely in the absence of war. Somebody who is hungry cannot be peaceful. A hungry person cannot be peaceful. So it has got a wider meaning, that peace that is talked about there. But finally it says, plenty be found within our borders. Plenty be found within our borders is a very strong statement. That plenty is not going to drop like manna from heaven. It was going to be a product of the sweat and toil of the people of Kenya. Meaning what? Meaning that you must create a conducive environment for people to create wealth. People must be enabled to create wealth. And this is freedom and the rights. One is the right to life was fundamental. To the right to health is fundamental. The right to quality education is fundamental. Right to food, fundamental. Right to talk to education. Right to education. So all these were there. But then people were expectant. But over the years, the joy of independence has been tempered by many battles, a struggle that has continued for 6 decades. We have fought poverty, we have fought ignorance, we have fought disease, we have fought corruption, and we have fought tribalism. But these challenges march on with us. In spite of our tribulations and against monumental odds, we have fought and we are still struggling to build a thriving democracy. We are still fighting for individual freedom within our free nation. We have become the beacon of hope for the millions of immigrants for the 4 corners of the earth. We are struggling to forge a free and modern society that lives by the ideals of liberty, justice, and respect for human rights. We have fought and we are still fighting not to let any obstacle stand in the way of our destiny. I have been extremely fortunate to see the emergence and progression of Kenya up and close. First, as the son of a freedom fighter, my father was involved. Two, as the son of the first vice president for a brief period. And three, as a son of a vice president turned a detainee, a fighter for the second liberation, a detainee myself, as a minister, an opposition leader, and as a prime minister. The people of Kenya endured the pain of colonialism, the tragedy of single-party dictatorship, and the horror of the economic collapse of the 1980s and 1990s, enabled by the elite corruption and the weird policies like the structural adjustment programs of the World Bank and IMF. In these periods of colonialism, elite corruption, and ethnicization of national life, colorless and cruel leaders took away lives and brought